So guys, we get on these Zooms quite often, and we will discuss the how to of the business. We'll discuss how to close, how to do something technical. Um, but I've always been taught, and one thing that Peter taught all of us is that unless you understand the why behind something, the how doesn't make as much sense, and the how is a lot likely to actually get done. So it's important to understand why you're doing something. So, guys, in your why, again, what we're going to talk about today is how you earn income. So, and I'll share with you, just money on its own isn't much of a motivator. You can't do much. You can't, you can't eat it. You can't wear it. Um, but what you can do is you can do things with money. You can do really good things. You can do amazing things. You can tithe to a church. You can tithe to a charitable organization. You can do things for other people that you otherwise may not be able to do, at least financially, without it. You know, um, it's been said, that money won't solve all your problems, and that's true. Will not solve all of your problems, but it will solve all of your money problems. So having a good understanding of how it is acquired is a mighty good thing to good skill to have, is to understand how it works here. And by the way, I would recommend one thing something just came out of my mouth a second ago was actually from a book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And guys, however you feel about the word rich, wealthy, some people think of people rubbing their hands and laughing maniacally. But guys, rich can be whatever you want it to mean. It can be rich in love. It can be in monetarily. It can be in a lot of different things. But again, money won't solve all your problems, but it can definitely solve all of your money problems. So just imagine if all of those went away. Biggest cause of divorce listed is monetary stuff. So it spills over into a lot of different areas of our lives too. So I want to talk to you guys today about 10 of the ways. And I didn't say the 10 ways we get paid or the 10 ways we build wealth. It's just 10 of the ways. I was actually thinking about it last night, and there's a couple, 2 or 3 or 4 other ways that I don't even have listed on here, but we're going to talk to you about 10 of them today. So I want to encourage you to grab your note-taking notebook where you take all your notes from Monday morning meetings and from our other Zooms and follow days. Grab that and start this part, because this is the part I want you guys to understand why every day counts so doggone much. So guys, first and foremost, this is a business where you can build your business around your life, not have to build your life around your job or your job around your business. This is it. And guys, the first way the way you earn money is first year commissions. Okay. So guys, our average policy that we sell is about $1,000 of premium per year. Okay. Some of you have it. Some of your package sizes, your transaction sizes are a little smaller than that. Some of you are significantly smaller than that. And that needs to be something that you work on, getting up closer to 1,000. Some of you are at that or a little bit higher. But just knowing where you are, what your average transaction is pretty important. When you make a sale, you only collect the first month's premium. We get the account number, the routing number, send it off. And matter of fact, we don't even collect any premium anymore. We just let the bank do it, right? Let the company do it through the bank. Couldn't be any easier. All the future premiums are also collected by the company. So when you start, you are at 30%. So this is not the one that I forwarded to myself. Hold on one second. This is the one that I forwarded. There we go. So you start at 30% and you can get promoted pretty doggone quickly. You guys know after 25,000 in sales, you go to 35%, another 25,000, or training one person a quick start bonus, you can go to 40%, then 45, 50, and eventually you can go beyond 50. You go to 54 at the market director level and a 58% at the regional director level. So the average first year professional will complete 5 transactions, which is about 8 policies on 30 presentations per week. Okay. Of course, if you're doing less presentations, you will close less sales. So that's my little plug for making sure you're doing at least 30 demos out there, because there are bonuses also that are tied into doing 30 demos too. So you definitely want to do that. And most of us average more than 1 policy per transaction. So your gross income looks like a little bit like this: 5 transactions in a week. At $1,000 of annual premium per transaction, you're looking at $5,000 of GAAP, gross annualized premium, in 4 weeks in a month. Okay, that's counting 48 weeks for the year. Last time I checked, there's 52, so there's 4 weeks of vacation time right there where we can be off, 1 week per quarter on average. But 4 weeks at $5,000 a week is $20,000. Okay, that qualifies you right there for a $500 monthly bonus too. But that's 20 grand of premium at a 40% commission rate, which you get to relatively quickly. That's $8,000 in gross earnings per month. Do that 12 months, and you got $96,000 of gross earnings. Okay, throw in an extra 5 or 6 policies throughout the year, you got yourself 100K. All right. Second way you earn money is through your renewal commissions, guys. And I think hopefully this part right here is going to help you guys visualize what you're truly building each day. Because I think some of you guys don't really realize what it is that you're building today that's going to pay you for. Actually, let's pause for 1 second. I want everybody right here to take a second and write down how much premium you sold in your last 3 weeks, your best week. Okay, what's your best week in your last 4 weeks? Most of you, it's probably somewhere around at least a green out. Some of you more. But take that. Now, the first year commissions is pretty simple. If you're making 40%, multiply it times 0.4. There you got your first year commissions. Okay, guys, take that same number though, if it's 5,000, for example, and multiply that times 0.09. Okay, so whatever you sold in your best week in the last couple of weeks times 0.09. That is the multiplier. Okay, assuming the average cancellations over the next 20 years. So you would actually make about $450 of lifetime renewals. Okay, guys, that's pretty powerful to know that when you go out and you make, you might make $2,000 up front if you're on a 40% contract. $2,000 the first year commissions, I guess $1,200 would be your advance when you sell $5,000 of premium at a 40% commission. But that's what you're also getting on the backside, on the back end, and that's pretty significant to keep in mind and understand. So, guys, the renewal commission. So, beginning in the second year, you'll be paid a renewal commission for every active policy. You can earn anywhere between 1% and 5% renewal commission for the life of each policy sold. That renewal percent goes up as you move up in the career track, regardless of whether you're a field director moving up or whether you're just a salesperson moving up. Okay, but you can move up from 1% to 5%. The difference is if you're a field director and you're moving up the career track with building a team, you'll also earn that same override percentage on your sales organization too. Okay, so your vesting schedule, and that'd be, you would earn whatever your renewal commission is minus the person who's on your team, if that makes sense. So your vesting schedule is one of the fastest in the industry, and you'll be fully vested after just 5 years with the company. The way the vesting schedule works means that after 2 years, just 24 months with the company, you could walk away from the company for whatever reason: retirement, necessity, illness. You may want to open a Cuban restaurant in the middle of downtown. You could, for whatever reason you want to do it. If you walk away, you'll walk away with 50% of your renewals after just 2 years. After 3 years, it jumps to 60%. At 4 years, it's 70%. And that 5th year is a big one because you jump all the way from 70 up to 100% vested. Guys, that means if you've worked here, say you worked here for 5 years, okay, and you sold $1 million worth of premium, okay, and let's say that you averaged 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's say that you averaged about a 4% renewal. The renewal factor on that would be 0.36. That would mean on that $1 million worth of premium, you created $360,000 of lifetime vested renewals that you would still get even though you don't work here anymore. Guys, Don King said it best: only in America. Woo! Love it. Guys, I'll pause right there after the first two. Any questions about anything that we've talked about so far? Okay. This is an example of, guys, of what kind of visualize what the cash flow looks like, okay, and what's created. So year one, and again, this example is based on selling $200,000 of premium, which is basically $4,000 a week over the course of a year. Okay, 200K in premium. Your first year, you're going to make about $66,000. Your renewals on that will also spin off another $24,000, which will start coming in year 2. Okay, so cash flow that first year is just the $66,000. Okay, renewals start year 2. So you come back the next year in year 2, you're on a higher contract. So selling the same amount, now you're going to make more income. Okay, you're on a 40% contract this whole year. So 40% of 200K is 80K. Well, now you've also got $2,400 of the 24,000 that you created last year for your 200K in sales coming in. Oh, you're also spinning off, and so that's 80,000 plus another 2,400. That's 82,400. Okay. Oh, by the way, those $200,000 in sales you made in year 2 is spinning off another annuity of $36,000 that will start coming in year 3. Get out here to year 3, you got another raise to 45%. And in all fairness, guys, our raising schedule is much faster than this now. You would already be up at 50% by year 3 on our on our new career track, because you're at the top of it about before you hit I think at $500,000. In this example here, you're well over 600K before you even start approaching that. So just a side note there. But year 3, 90K of first year income. You got $2,100 coming in from the sales you made in year 1. Still, you've got $3,700 coming in from the sales you made in year 2. Add those 3 numbers together, and that means your income year 3 is $95,800. Oh, and that year's sales is spinning off another annuity of about $48,000 that'll start coming in year 4 and trickle in for the next 20 years roughly. Guys, we say 20 years not because your renewals stop at 20 years. They don't. They just had to pick a number to run these spreadsheets out. So we have a 19-year renewal factor, year 1 being the first, years 2 through 20 being what's typically on these. But renewals do go out further than that for sure. Year 5, 100K of first year commissions. Again, 1,700 from year 2, 2,800 from year 3, 4,200 from coming in from year excuse me, from year 3, 4,900 coming in from year 4. It just keeps on coming in over 113 with 60K being spun off in renewals. So that's a little old school renewal explanation right there. So again, as your sales increase, so does your commission rate. If you figure your net renewals, just take your GAP times the multiplier. And guys, the multipliers can be found in your success manual right in the first 10 pages under the income opportunity. So multipliers simply take into account the average cancellation rates. All right. 60%, by the way, in your renewals, 60% of your renewal block will stay on the books for life. That means there's a 40% lifetime cancellation rate over the life of the business and approximately 10% a year for the first 5 years. Okay. Obviously, the further you get away from the sale, the stronger the business gets because people have more money into it and they understand the value of holding on to it. That return of premium definitely helps people hold on to it for longer. Monthly cash bonus. Okay, monthly cash bonus is a third way. And that's, guys, that's personal sales. Starting at the $10,000 level, based on your premium, you can earn up to $66,000 in bonuses. It says 60,000, but it's actually 66,000 in bonuses now. Oops, and I think I hope I didn't just delete that. Hold on a second. I think I inadvertently just deleted that email that I was showing you. Yay, technology. Guys, this is a great time. If anybody has any questions or any concerns or anything about anything we've spoken about too just yet, this is a great time. Okay. Is this helpful? Hoping it is.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, beyond a shadow of a doubt.
So guys, these are your bonus levels at And again, this is one of those 5-week months. So I'm glad again that we're discussing that right now. In the 5-week months, you can average 20% less per week and still earn the same bonus level. What I mean by that is normally to get to 20,000 in premium, you'd have to average 5,000 per week in a 4-week month. Well, in a 5-week month, you can average just 4,000, actually 25% less. The real money starts though when you start tripling that $500 bonus at the $30,000 level, and usually that's $7,500 per week. This month, it's only $6,000 per week. So again, 25% less for that same $1,500 bonus. If you're going to go up to 500, my gosh, you might as well put in a little bit extra effort and triple that bonus to 1,500. Why not? You can see at the 40,000, 50,000, really every 10,000 level above that, it continues to go up. You can literally take home 66 grand per year just from that bonus alone. Eagle. So moving right along, Family Heritage semi-annual meetings. You can earn a killer trip on the company. It's not just an honor, but it's a really cool trip to go on. And guys, going to Dallas this year is going to be absolutely awesome to be stationed right in the crown jewel of hotels of Dallas, right in between the Dallas Cowboy Stadium and our very own Globe Life Field. Just have that whole little financial community around us and entertainment area. It's awesome. There's gonna be a ton to do. And then for those top 40 salespeople, top 30 recruiters, top 30 team leaders, there's going to be a really cool trip to Los Cabos, Mexico, coming up in January. So, guys, those are trips that normally people would pay for a family of 4. $3,000, $5,000 with airfare, hotel, everything else that is free. So factor in not having to pay for vacations. People here at Family Heritage can certainly that work hard can certainly afford their own vacations, but the cool thing is they get to keep more money in their own pocket because they turn the company vacations into family vacations. And some of them double dip and do a lot of family vacations and the company trips too. So that's pretty cool that you can do that. So protected 4 or 5 families per week typically will get you to these trips, just being spot on average and going to work. In addition to that, there are some Davenport Schneider incentives, formerly known as Protect One Family. Those are the spot incentives that we do. Just think about, how many times have you seen, hey, gift card incentive for people that the last person to finish up, for anyone that protects the family after 6 p.m. on a train more, for anybody that does 10 demos today, just all those little things. You guys should be earmarking probably $50 to $100 of just silly, funny money, incentive money that gets thrown out there that you should win all these silly little things, because it's not really the $25 gift card that makes the big difference. It's the additional 3 families that you protected, and the families that are protected now as a result of that. Oh, and by the way, you ended up making an extra $850 in commissions while earning a silly $25 gas card. So be smart enough to allow yourself to be dumb enough to just go after it. You'll be glad you did. The monthly PIF Perfect incentive, guys, that's out there too. $100 cash every month just for getting on the board each week, just for avoiding a 0 week, not having a week where you don't get paid at all for work. Think about that. How difficult is that? We will pay you a bonus for you making sure you get a paycheck every week. How absurd is that when you think about it? But we do that. So, and by the way, in doing that, many of you are going to get up over 15,000 for the week. That's just averaging $3,000 a week this month. Do that, and you quadruple that bonus to $400 cash. Okay. Do that and sell over 30,000. We'll add another $1,500 to that too. Third quarter trip, guys, you can win an all expense paid trip for 2 with room upgrades and the whole shebang to an all inclusive resort in Mexico this year that we're taking towards the end of at the beginning of Q4. That is going to be an absolutely ridiculous trip. 30 demo cash avalanche, just started doing that this year. But once people get out of their first 4 weeks, by the way, in the first 4 weeks, they can win the MVP bonus, which is doing 30 demonstrations, 45 hours, turning in their weekly commitment plan, their VPF rather. And then and just making sure their stats are posted, just really basic tenets of running your business like a business. But after those first 4 weeks, you can qualify for the 30 demonstration cash avalanche. So just do 30 demos and you can take an 80% advance. And again, that's even just as something as simple as a green out. I mean, doing a green out at 40% commission, you know, was $2,000 with a 60% advance, guys. Oops, screwed that up. $2,000 times 0.6 is $1,200. Well, $2,000 of commissions times 0.8. Oops. 2,000 times 0.8 is 1,600. Just I can do the math on that. So it's just simply an extra $400 of cash flow on a green out just by doing 30 demos, if you choose to take that. A lot of people have chosen not to take it because their cash flow has increased dramatically already because of their increased sales just for doing the 30 demos. So you get to decide on that. So it's pretty cool option. And nice to be in a situation where you can say, nah, I don't need that extra cash flow because of the extra sales that were generated from that. So Sales Academy reimbursement, guys. That's right. Every $800. Of course, it's not as big of a deal now that we do virtual. Sales Academy expenses are not quite as large. Most people are not flying across the country to Nashville and Tennessee, Nashville and Dallas, the way that we used to, and having to stay in a hotel for 3 or 4 nights too. So yay, progress. Pretty cool. The quick start cash, of course, guys, when you sell $10,000 of premium and do what else? What's the other thing you got to do besides the 10,000 in sales?
4 fit modules.
4 fit modules minimum. You don't have to stop at 4. You can do 8. You can do 16. I think there's 24 total. You can do them all. And we've definitely seen a trend. We look at that stuff every week on our Friday leadership chat. But guys, people that do the most fit modules and that do them early typically are knocking out the quick start bonus in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, not taking all 4. So please remind your new agents of that and have them do them early and often. Guys, another way is, and this is huge, and I hope you guys that if you haven't yet gotten a recruit, okay, or if you don't have a recruit this week, a personal recruit, someone that you've spoken to, listen up and pay real close attention here, guys. And this is where and don't get me wrong, when I say the real income, there's real income in just being in sales in our business. Okay. Yeah. I know people that have made $300,000-$400,000 on just selling insurance, but eventually you run out of hours in a day doing it all by yourself. And it makes sense to share what you do. Besides, guys, it's more fun to work with other people than to work all by ourselves. So once you move into a leadership position, you have the opportunity to earn additional income based on the production of the sales professionals that you lead and manage. Our leaders earn a first commission and a renewal commission on all premiums sold by their team. Now, guys, this is an older document again, and this is just based on your team producing 25 apps a week. So you can slice it and dice it any way you want to. It can be one stud that sells 25 apps a week. It can be 5 agents that average about 3 or 4 transactions a week and 5 policies. It could actually be probably 3 agents doing 5 transactions a week, doing about 8 policies too. I mean, so slice it and dice it however you want to, but the overrides go up significantly faster now, 5%, 10%, 15%, 20%. As you move up the career track. But guys, having literally a small team of just 4 or 5 people, this is what it can add to what you're currently doing in personal sales. And please don't make the incorrect assumption that getting into leadership means I take a pay cut. Some businesses, maybe it does. But guys, when you're a leader at a Globe Life Family Heritage Division, you are a selling leader. Okay. The best way to teach someone to sell a lot of insurance and protect a lot of families is to take them out there and sell a lot of insurance and protect a lot of families in front of them. And guys, there's a saying, we'll oftentimes do for others what we won't do for ourselves. Guys, getting into leadership can take you out of the me-itis, pity city, population one. We've all been there before. You don't have the opportunity. You don't have the right to go there. When you're in leadership, it really forces your hand and forces you to grow in ways that we all know that we should anyway. We're just looking for a good reason, and this is as good a reason as any. So let me just share with you guys, this is kind of similar to what I was showing you by selling $5,000, excuse me, $4,000 of premium per week, 20,000 for the year on the earlier spreadsheet. But this is leadership. This is having a small team that does 25 policies per week. Again, that could be 3 people, 3 agents averaging 5 transactions, because as we talked about earlier, 5 transactions will yield 8 or 9 policies on average. Okay, and that'll get you your 25 apps for the week. So not talking about anything massive. First year income on that guy is 75,000. Okay. And as you can see, this just assumes that you don't grow it. You just have 25,000. Okay. So it's going to be 75K each year across the board. Okay. The lifetime renewals you're creating, they're going to be about the same too, because this just assumes a 7-1 override for every year. It doesn't really change. So each year you're producing $65,000 of lifetime renewals that starts coming in the next year. So in year 1, you're producing 65K of lifetime renewals that'll come in basically in years 2 through 20. 6,150 of that will come in year 2. Adding that to your 75K, now you got 81,150. Okay, year 3, you're saving 75K. You got 2 years of renewals, adding up to 86,000. Year 4, same base with your renewals going up, 91,000, 95,000. Guys, here's the deal. Again, it's highly unlikely that an organization that's doing 25 transactions per week in year 1 is going to be doing just 25 applications per week in year 5. That should definitely grow, unless just everyone purposefully just stopped. It wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. So I'm just sharing that to say this is unbelievably conservative in its growth rate. It should grow quite a bit faster, but you can just imagine what you're currently earning, whether that's 40,000, 60,000, 80,000, 120,000, and adding an additional 75,000 to it, 81,000 to it, 91,000 to it. You know, for some of you guys, that'd be just about a perfect doubling of income, which is not a bad situation to be in. So, and guys, probably the last part, I had this pulled up earlier. Here we go. I think it's in here. Yep. This is, and again, just to bring us back into the 21st century, these are some of our updated, the career track recruiting bonuses. Obviously, when you bring a new person to our business, you receive a $1,500 recruiter bonus from corporate when that new person sells $10,000 of premium within their first 13 weeks. Of course, your agency owner adds $750 to the first one each quarter, adds another $1,000 to that on the second one each quarter, and adds $1,500, effectively doubling that bonus for your third recruit and beyond each quarter. Looking forward to having somebody get to that third recruit level. I know Casey hit the second 2 recruits in Q1. And guys, getting to those market director levels and regional director levels, that's a kind of a big deal too, because once you do, and as long as you have 2 recruits per quarter as a market director and 3 and as a regional director, you also earn an additional $1,000 per recruit at the market director level, an additional $1,500 at the regional director level. And that's pretty cool. The stuff adds up pretty big, pretty quickly. License reimbursement we discussed. A lot of the stuff over here we discussed, but there's your actual monthly bonus program and the multiplier, guys. We didn't even talk about that, but if your A to T ratio is higher than 100%, you can actually receive, and that means your business would stay on the books better than the company average. They'll actually multiply your bonus times the multiplier. So you can get more if you're writing good business on that, on your bonuses, or less if you're writing bad business. So be sure you're writing, good business that stays on the books. And also, guys, any quarter, I forgot to mention this, any quarter where you earn a monthly bonus all 3 months, okay, you're in a $1,000. It says life, Globe Life stock bonus, and it is stock. But guys, you know what stock is? They're shares. You can sell those the very next day if you want to and take the money and run, as they say, or you can let it ride in the company that's been growing pretty significantly and is planning to continue to grow. But yeah, $1,000 of stock, you can do, that's $4,000 per year that you can earn just by making sure you at least get to $10,000 of premium every month. I mean, that's not such a huge ask. So just wanted to go through some of those. Obviously, there's I Dare You. There's a bunch of other ones, but those are the main ones as far as cash. If I'm leaving any of them out, Kyle or any other leaders, please remind me. But just wanted to make sure that we at least went over those basic ones today, so you guys know that, man, when you're going out today, you're doing a lot more than just selling an insurance policy. Okay, you're actually not only in protecting a family, but you're creating a lifetime residual income stream for you and for your family that'll carry on for generations, depending on how long you build it and how hard and how fast you build it. It seems that I have spellbound you all today with my explanation of the of our income model. So guys, thanks for hopping on. Again, we had a solid start to the week yesterday on Tuesday, shorter week. Some of you guys that are doing the Anthony Robbins deal, that starts tomorrow. Congratulations on winning that. And let's put in a big shift today so we can enjoy that, knowing that we had a good solid week. Okay. Thanks for being on, guys. Have a great day. Bye.
Thanks, man.
You got it.